Alright then, so it's been a while since we reacted to some Sleep Token. We got this one here. Apparently a new album dropped a month ago. My boss told me to check out this one. He was telling me a little bit about it. I'm not gonna lie, I had to look up how to pronounce this. Gethsemane. And then I had to look up what it was because I had no idea. Garden at the foot of the Mount of Olives in Jerusalem, known as the place where Jesus prayed the night before his crucifixion and was subsequently arrested. Significant location in Christian tradition. Now, I'm technically a Catholic. I went to a Catholic school. That stuff. I don't really believe in anything. That's probably why I don't know any of that stuff and why I'm probably a bad Catholic. But anyway, that's not why we're here to talk about that. Let's see what this song's about, even though it's called something religious. Apparently, also, Mark was telling me that it's either this song or the album or some of the topic matters that Vessel, the main guy, was basically saying that he's like, it's something to do with like the fans being like a bit too much and him like wanting to keep making music, but the bigger he gets, the more famous he gets, some things are annoying him. You guys clue me in, but let's see what the song's saying. Let's see. This is clean, by the way. This looks like a location in Clair Obscur Expedition 33. I'm playing right now. Cold game. I like the visual.
I wanted you to know I've learned to live without it. And even though it's cold and now I no longer feel surrounded, and you never listen to me, and that's the thing I tell the others. You were my Harlequin bride, I was your undercover lover, but no, you never saw me naked. You wouldn't even touch me, except if you were wasted. But you were trying your best, and that's the thing I tell the others. I was your robot companion. You were my favorite color, and no. Try to turn myself into for you.
Hold on a minute then. I was not expecting that start. I was not expecting the vocals off the dribble to be like that. That was fucking cold. Bro was doing up poetry. So it was like a little lover's poem. A deep one going on there. And then and then this instrumental that came in here now. Is there like... Is it like a piano layered with the drums, layered with like a guitar? I can't quite tell all the instrument, but it sounds like there's like a piano in the background though, but there's definitely drums. It's very unique. Or is it just the guitar that sounds like...
I'm called upon the person that tried to turn myself into for you. Someone who didn't mind the push, pull, part of games. Someone who wasn't always crying on the journey back. Someone who didn't feel the low blows either way. But I was waiting for you when all along it was you with the countdown kill switch, and it was me with the blindfold. I was trying my best, and that's the thing I tell the mirror. I was in love with the thought that we were in love with each other. What might be good for your heart might not be good for my head. What was the...
Sorry, I can just see the thing is peaking. My Streamlabs is peaking over here, red. So that might have even been too loud for you guys. I do not know. That was hurting my ears a bit. I just got the lyrics up on the side because I wanted to read it. And of course, pretty much everything that is being said is annotated. So I'm going to go through that afterwards, the lyrics. But I'm going to let it play out for the most part. And then I'm going to do some reading. All right.
good for my head?
You know what? You know what? Typically, and some of you might know this, and also some of you got annoyed at this as well when I say that typically I don't like the instrumental breaks that much. It's not really my cup of tea. I'm from like a rap background, right? But I actually kind of fucked with that. I can't lie. I can't lie to you. It surprised me. I was just getting in the zone there. I was like, let me just enjoy it, and I did. Sorry, I don't know if you can hear my door keep slamming. Let me lock it, because this thing is just non-stop. I've got the aircon on, otherwise I can't bloody breathe. But the door is just a doosh, doosh. Maybe the door's vibing to the instrumental as well. I don't know. Just some reverby hi-hats. Ooh, this is cold.
Got a few of my own, and this phone didn't come with a gun, so I got a different energy.
I'm not gonna lie, the flow is clean. It's kind of like melodic. He's doing it in like a melodic way. Oh my, yeah, this is cold. This is cold.
All your enemies, I've got a few of my own, and this phone didn't come with a gun, so I got a different energy. Still see you when the lights get low. Still here when I'm on my own. The parasites and the nightmares calling my name like this one's for you and your problems, your good day job, your bad karma. What are you afraid of? The same drama, show me what you're made of. Cause you talk about your constant pain like I ain't got none. No.
Reload that part.
Show me what you're made of. Cause you talk about your
Constant pain like I ain't got none.
And I've learned to live beside it. And even though it's over now, I will always be reminded.
Ooh. Yeah, that was a banger, you know. It had a bit of everything. I feel like it had a bit of everything, and it was similar to the ones I liked that I was listening to previously. The ones that had a bit more like of a rappy section, the melodic section, the change in beat, you know, the instrumental breaks. That's very common, but like, oh. Yeah, that was that was cold. That was very, very cold. I liked that a lot better than I thought I was going to. But let me dive into the lyrics. Let me get some understanding, because we got the song name, Gethsemane. Jiminy. I'm really long in this corner, but it doesn't matter. I can stay long in the corner as long as we can read the lyrics. All right. So the intro here. I wanted you to know I've learned to live without it, and even though it's colder now, I no longer feel surrounded. Hold on a minute. The opening line, reflecting on someone trying to convince themselves they've moved on through the melancholy tone, betrays lingering pain. Yeah, it was like the relationship-ish that we had going on here. And you never listened to me, and that's the thing I tell others. You are my Harlequin bride. I was your undercover lover. But no. The phrase Harlequin bride invokes ornamental, colourful, yet hollow figure. While undercover lover suggests a love that was never fully acknowledged or recognised. Their dynamic felt robotic with fixed roles. Harlequin Enterprise USA, known as Harlequin, is also a book publisher of romance, women's fiction. Basically cheesy romance novels. That's like a double there. Cold. That's very cold. You never saw me naked and wouldn't even touch me except if you were wasted. I mean, that's just sad. You can't be in a relationship that's like that. That's just a bit. That's not good. But you were trying your best, and that's the thing I tell the others. I was your robot companion. You were my favorite color. And Vessel was reflected on how he tried to fit a role for the other person, and that he thought it was built on mutual love and connection. Vessel could be acknowledging that he became more of a passive participant in the relationship rather than playing a part of that question. Your line, you were my favorite color, implies that the other person was an idolized figure, something that Vessel attached great meaning to see them as a source of everything he thought was needed to feel whole. It's like you needed them, but you know that spark or that thing, it wasn't there. It wasn't there anymore. I'm caught up in the person I tried to turn myself into for you. Someone who didn't mind the push-pull parlor games. Someone who wasn't always crying on the journey back. Someone who didn't feel the low blows either way. Thought I was waiting for you when all along it was you with the countdown kill switch, and it was me with the blindfold on. This verse reflects deep self-awareness and regret. The speaker admits they lost themselves trying to become someone more tolerable for their partner. Someone unaffected by emotional manipulation, push-pull parlor games, pain or disappointment. They tried to seem unbothered, even when it hurt. The twist becomes the realization when they weren't the ones waiting for the change. Their partner had the power all along. Countdown kill switch. When they remained unaware and emotionally blindfolded and trapped. It was like they were dragging them along. You thought like, oh no, I'm in control of this relationship, or I can leave when I want to, type thing, or maybe we can change together, all that stuff. Yeah, they were just dragging you until they didn't want you anymore, and bosh, curtains. I was trying my best, and that's the thing. I tell the mirror, I was in love with the thought that we were in love with each other. Mirror, mirror on the wall, who's the most beautiful of them all? Type beat. Vessel finds himself... Sorry with this type beat stuff. Vessel finds himself confronting the mirror, grappling with the haunting realization that he was more entranced by the illusion of love rather than the person he thought he loved. The mirror becomes a silent confessional, a place to admit that despite his efforts to hold it together, the connection was more a mirage, a construct built on his own longing rather than a shared, authentic bond. What might be good for your heart might be good for your head. And what was there at the start might not be there in the end. Do you want to hurt me? Do you want to hurt me? Because nobody hurts me better. Do you want to love me? Do you want to love me? Because nobody hurts me better. But it's like he's saying the same thing, but I mean, it's... Where's the line in that one there? Do you want to hurt me? Because nobody hurts me better than you. You're doing it right. You're doing it. Do you want to love me? Because your love is hurting me. Maybe in that situation, relating to everything else that he said here, it wasn't actually love in the end. Maybe it was just one-sided or something. And in the second bit here, after the instrumental break, came in like a dream, put down like a smoke. No matter how beautiful and no matter how beautiful and wonderful and perfect it may have felt at the start, this relationship was to the other person no different than a cigarette smoke, something disposable to inflate the lungs, get a quick high, and then burn up completely with no regard for what is left behind. We used to be a team. Now we let each other go. Your cigarette ash still clinging to my clothes. I don't want to stick around. I just want to let you know. After you've smoked, it lingers. The ash. Sometimes you can get ash burns and stuff that never go away. And that's the thing. Even when you're gone, you're never actually gone. You're always going to be there. You're always going to be a part of me. It's something that I'm never going to forget. It's like a stain on my thing, especially if it was a negative experience as well. It could just be seen as a negative stain on your life, that relationship. Came in like a dream, put it down like smoke. We used to be a team. Oh, he repeat. I didn't even realize he repeated that so much. I was in a fucking trance. I was genuinely in a trance. I did not realize he repeated that thing so many times. No one's going to save me from my memories. Nothing to lose, but I would have given anything to get closer to you and all your enemies. This is a reference to Give. I will be watching for your enemies to let them know that they contend with me, and maybe more than just a reference, like many intertexts within ST's lyrics, Sleep Token's lyrics. I believe that it builds on the original meaning. Not only does Vessel now have enemies of his own too. The phrasing might suggest referencing keeping your friends close to your enemies closer. The you being referred to is now the enemy in this context, maybe even in the context of the song or album overall. I've got a few on my... Is this the thing? Maybe the news I would give it everything to get closer to you and all your enemies. No, I don't know. I've got on a few of my own. Sorry. My nose is doing a madness right now. It wasn't like this 2 seconds ago. I've got a few of my own. And this throne didn't come with a gun. So I've got a different energy. What does that mean? Vessel sits on the throne, once coveted, akin to his Damocles. I don't know what the fuck that is. Reference to the song of the same name. But this throne by itself is incapable of helping him deal with his enemies. Likely referencing the demons that he battles with his own mind, as mentioned in past self. The conventional means of waging war won't work, so he has to change tactics to win this fight. I still see you when this light gets low. I still hear you when I'm on my own. The parasites in nightmares calling my name like, please just let me go. That was cold. This one's for you and your problems, your good day's job, your good day job, your bad karma. What are you afraid of? The same trauma. Show me what you're made of. Because you talk about constant pain like I ain't got none. And I've learnt to live beside it. And even though it's over now, I'll always be reminded. Woo! Hey, he's ending with an absolute cold line right there. Jesus Christ. The way that he flowed in that outro as well was unreal, by the way. Jesus. Okay, this is a very long thing. Let me just read the beginning bit. Gethsemane seems to be the most candid track to this point about the issues of consequent trauma and of Vessel's relationship with the person. Striking a contrast with previous records, details about their relationship. Because I mean, yeah, a lot of the stuff that I reacted to before, it seemed very relationship-based, very, like, kind of negative. And I mean, if Gethsemane is the place that Jesus was before he, like, resurrected and all that stuff, maybe it's like a refresh. He wants a restart. Maybe from all this trauma, doesn't want it no more, put it in the past, rebirth type situation. You guys let me know your interpretation of it. That was a banger though. That was a fucking banger. If you want me to check out any of the other ones on the album, if you feel that there's any that I would like more so than others, then please let me know. And if you guys want to see it, then I might consider doing it. But yeah, thanks for stopping by, and I'll see you guys in a bit. Bye bye.